Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Little Goody Two-Shoes. Where last we left off, we finished the underwater area, and we were about to do the second minigame to get the... to put the... what is it called? I'll check into it 1 second. We have... let's see, we already have the tender flesh. Now we're going to go manufacture the sweetest nectar. Halloween may be over, but I'll still use this avatar because this game is spooky. See the water at the base. I suppose I can give it a try. Yeah, first you have to not hit the map button. Put some water in it. Okay, now we got that. Then you go to use the needle and then stuff happens. Now let's see if we can win it now. What used to be falling apples. Avoid the needles and get the blood. Ow! Ow! I made it to phase 2. Oh my. What are the rules for this? Well, don't touch those, obviously. Okay, let's try again. Okay, we got further than last time. So I might sneeze in a little bit, just warning. I feel the nose tingle. But anyway. This time, don't get hit. It's better to miss the blood than it is to get hit. Oh man, I want to restart already. I'm not good at this. Okay, let's do it again. Needle Testament. Now this time, don't die instantly. That would be good. Well, I'm not risking that. Just play cautiously, stay over here. It's safe. Doesn't seem to be a time limit, so just don't die. I don't know what I'm collecting here. Is it still just the blood? No, now there's blue stuff. You just gotta be cautious. Is that it? Did we win? It said we won the veil against something. The sweetest nectar. The spookiness is gone now. We'll be awaiting you tomorrow, lads.
Out with it!
I've had enough of this serpent. For goodness sake, all this for... the sweetest nectar. Item get, acquire the sweetest nectar.
I see.
This thing, the sweetest nectar. I've made 2 gifts, but I'm still missing the good company, aren't I? Talking to yourself less. Now everybody does that, it's fine. Is there something you'd like to tell me, Elise? No, I was... It's best you move along, lass. It's late.
Now that you mention
I'll be on my way, Fun. Don't be late for the procession tomorrow. Go to bed. Yep. It doesn't say it'll pass time, though, but sure. Is that a golden girl? Or am I just seeing things over here? I think that's just the particles in the air. There is no golden girl here. Come now, Rosemary, we're going home. Elise, how did it... We can talk about it on the way. Let's go. Party talk. Father Hans nearly caught me, Rosemary. Oh, but he didn't. No, you don't understand. You got the gift, didn't you? The sweetest nectar? I suppose I did, but... But what? All that's left now is the good company. The good company, you say? I still don't understand what that is. Why, it's the object of your affections, Elise. The object of my affections, you say? It's all about commitment, Elise. Oh, I've had it with this commitment nonsense. I never want to hear that word ever again. You're so dramatic, Elise. Oh, how I would love to be your good company. Alright, that's it. What, did I say something wrong? What is the good company, Rosemary? Well, I'm certain you already know deep down. It's essentially a representation of your heart, Elise. So we have the flesh, the blood, and the heart. I understand the meaning behind all that, but... It's the one you love, Elise. Huh? You must show him you're committed. By offering him your flesh, your blood, and... by appearing before him in your most vulnerable state. You don't need... the one you love most, Elise. You must take them to him with you. And then what happens to them? Oh, how I'd love to be your good company. I already read all this. Save bird. Eventually I gotta put all the goodies in the goodie basket, but... for now, let's just go home. Lapuchin's not around. Okay, let's save at home too, in case something happens. Still says go to bed, so that's what we'll do. How's this? Still being stabbed with an arrow. And the top of the page seems to have blood running down it. And on the bottom, cooling. What in the Lord's name? The shiny bed. Okay, let's go. It's done, I suppose. Although I don't know what exactly I've done. I've gathered the testaments and made the gifts, and used them to make gifts for him, but... I'm still missing the good company, I suppose. The good company. The one I love most, that's... None of this feels real. To think I'll try to meet him tomorrow. I have no choice but to keep going. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and it'll all have been a dream. Or maybe I might actually make it out of Keiferberg. Oh no, this dream again. I'm here again. I keep having this dream. I guess run this way. The castle. It's so close now. If I do meet him, if I bring him those gifts, and if he does grant my wish, not only this castle, but everything and anything I could ever want, it will all be within my reach. I mean, maybe? Saturday, Samstag. That dream again. I'd best get up and head to town. I suppose we'll have that procession in the morning as usual, but I'd like to spend some time with Rosemarine later too.
Now that you mention
Anyhow, I'd best get going to the festival. Find Rosemarine. What's the picture like now? Okay, there's more blood and there's... the person's gone. There's some markings on the tree going up it, down it. Strange. What in the Lord's name? What in the Lord's name? Now the goat's inside again.
Good morning, Elise.
Oh, Elise, good morning. You're excited too, aren't you, Flock?
For goodness sake!
We're not taking the goat to town, Rosemary. Oh, but Elise... What are you so excited about anyhow? Why, it's the day of the festival, Elise.
Now that you mention mention
I don't think it'll live up to your expectations, Rosemary.
Oh, Elise.
It's not just the festival, you're meeting him, too. I know.
I'm sorry.
You're not changing your mind, are you?
For goodness sake.
I'm not. Good grief, Rosemary, let's go.
Yes.
Wait, Elise. Party talk. It's such a shame we can't bring Flock along to the festival. What good would that do him anyhow? Oh, you know how much he enjoys being petted, Elise. And the children can't get enough of him either. He's a goat, Rosemary. Even so, I'm certain he'd enjoy it. And what are we to do if he starts chewing on the maypole? We can bring a turnip or two with us. But if folks ask us about him, what then? We can pretend we don't know him. We act as surprised to see him as everyone else. Maybe we can... Oh, you're hopeless. Is everything alright, Rosemary? You've been rather jittery. Well, I think I'm just a little nervous. About tonight, I suppose. It's my first time going to a festival, you see. Huh? Oh, I know it's silly, Elise. Why make such a big deal of it? What if I trip over my clogs, or what if I'm not dressed? I'll be right there with you. I'll take care of you. Oh, Elise. For goodness sake. It's rather bittersweet, isn't it? What is, Rosemary? Why, reaching the end of the week, I suppose. You'd rather avoid talking about it? You've known me for a week, Rosemary. Yet it feels as though I've been here for years, doesn't it? A little bit. My, you don't have to be so shy about it. Who are you calling shy, you? It truly does feel as though we've known each other for longer, doesn't it? Head to church. Hopefully nothing spooky happens along the way. I could still buy food. I have no money, though. And I probably won't be working today, so let's hope everything I have is enough for everything. For the rest of the game. That's what I've been saying all week. All that nonsense is dead and buried, Guido. What nonsense, Mr. Tristan? Guido here is still nattering on about last week. Let's move on. We've made it to Saturday. To the festival. Atta girl. It was about time, if I'm honest. Even Elise's cousin is more excited for the festival than you, Guido. This is no laughing matter, Tristan. Come now, folks. We must make the most of today. Elise, Rosemary. Full of cheer, aren't you? What else can we expect from Freya today, Elise? Rosemary. Yes. I've made flower crowns for all of us, for you too, of course. Oh, a flower crown. What do you say we dance about the maypole together, Rosemary? Oh, dancing about the maypole. You two are spoiling her too much. Why, she's not from Keiferberg, Elise. Freya's right, Elise. We won't have many other chances. Why don't you two take her home, then? Oh, Elise, that's such a wonderful idea. What is? Why, a sleepover, of course. Oh, a sleepover. For goodness sake, you two. Looking forward to today, are we? Of course. Is everything alright, Mr. Eugene? Keiferberg's got some of its cheer back, you see. I'm not certain I can say the same about myself, so... Because of your horses. Rosemary. She's right, Elise. Things aren't as they used to be. It pains me to leave town, to be honest. Yet I don't think I can ever look at it the way I used to. Mr. Eugene, That's in the past now, lass. All we have now is to make the most of the festival. It'll be the last, after all. His last, yes, because he's leaving. I could probably go about town and find a lot of people to talk to. I think I'll just head in. I suppose today will be the last of our time together like this. My last time in Keiferberg, at any rate. Assuming this whole thing works. Anyway, to church. All ready for the procession? We couldn't miss it, Mr. Gustav. Good thing it's so sunny out today. This is how Keiferberg ought to be. Cheer, hope, and faith. That's what folks need today. Your cheer alone is more than enough for all of Keiferberg, Mr. Gustav. I can see where Freya gets hers from. It's what keeps us moving forward, isn't it? You remember what old Hall used to say, don't you, Elise? About what, Mr. Gustav? Us folk ought to keep our memories close to our hearts, lass. Especially in days like these. They're numbered, after all. Ah, I suppose. Oh, that's such a wonderful thing to say. That's what they would have wanted us to do, Elise. Old Hall. And Heidi, too. Heidi? Heidi? I know, Mr. Gustav, I know. Who's Heidi? Tell me. I talk to him to start it. Let's check the people over on the side here. You came, Rosemarie. Full of cheer for the festival, aren't you, Green? These two haven't sat still since this morning. Rosemary, too. She's been chewing my ear off about it all day. I can't help it. Let's dance about the maypole together, Rosemary. You too, Atfel. We must make merry today, you hear? Out with it already, Atfel. He looks rather troubled still. It's best you say it, Atfel. I'm certain Elise will appreciate it. Appreciate what? I'm sorry, Elise, about what I said yesterday. It's alright, Atfel. There's no ill will. Elise. Oh, today keeps getting better. It's such a relief seeing everyone making merry, isn't it? We can all go play after the procession. It's so good to see you girls here for the procession. We had to make time for it since... Good grief. How much more of my time is Father Hans going to waste? What's the matter, Mrs. Wilma? She wants to go back to her inn, Elise. There's no need to say it like that, Ariane. My, it's the day of the festival, Wilma. Can't gather her prayers for even one day, I see. Why, you... We'd best all take our seats. Has Elise explained the procession to you yet, Rosemarine? No, she hasn't. It's rather simple. Okay, I hope it is. Your cousin's coming along too, Elise?
Yes.
Oh, yes I am. Glad you're joining us. There's much to be grateful for today. You wouldn't believe how relieved I am that today has finally come. I say we're all relieved, Mrs. O'Delia. There are already quite a few outsiders in town, too. I've seen a few new faces, that's for certain. It's a good sign, folks. Maybe some of these folks might move here. Now that's asking a little much.
Yes.
Why, I wouldn't mind staying here if it weren't for... Rosemary. Oh, that would be wonderful. Come now, it's time we gather for the procession. The line's going around her. Oh, what a blessed day. And that was dawn. So I should eat a pretzel or something.
That was
Oh,
tiring.
that took all morning. Thank goodness it's over. It's best I go join everyone by the inn now. Head to the festival. It is current. Meet Rosemarine at the festival is current. But I guess that'll be after I head to the festival, like she'll be there at the festival. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I was going to eat a pretzel or something. Do I still have any? They'd be over in the food section. Pretzel. Had enough of the celebrations, Elise. I'm taking a moment, Father, is all. It's best you take it in prayer. I've spent a moment of my own by the altar myself. Wasn't the procession enough devotion for one day? Today is an important date, lass. Saint Walpurga's watching over us. We have much to thank our patroness for, too. I'll give it some thought, Father. Very well, Elise. Who art thou? A traveler. Folks are rather cheery today, aren't they? Good thing you didn't see how folks were at each other's throats just yesterday. Enjoying the festival, are you, lass? You're looking rather cheerful yourself, Mr. Wilhelm. I'm in a hurry to fetch a hammer and nails. I'm not certain you should be running at that age. I'm rather sturdy, even at my age. I can see that, Mr. Wilhelm. Oh, I can't hide it, Elise. Being useful at this age. There's nothing quite like it. Lending a hand with the festival makes me feel like a young lad again. I'd say a lot of folks rely on you rather often. This is different, lass. It's the day of the festival, after all. What about you, lady? Traveler. I heard great things about this festival, but... no, I think I understand. She's not impressed, but... I mean, we got colored stuff going from somewhere. Ah! Everyone's already at the festival, I wager. Can I check in here again before moving on? Anybody still in here? No? Okay. Can I look at these again? See if they've changed. Copy of the Holy Scripture. No, nothing new. Let's go up, back up. Okay, save bird. Wait, afternoon already, what? I thought we were still in morning. It is afternoon. What? Or noon, or whatever, but now it's afternoon. I don't know, anyway. There she is, there she is. Have you heard, Elise? Of course she hasn't, Jacob. We've just made it up. What are you three going on about? We made these tickets for you, Elise. Item get acquired 4 festival tickets. Tickets? What for? So you can play with us, silly. Jacob wants to play Kiss the Rat with you, Elise. Apple. You brats and that filthy thing. Mama will trade it for you, Elise. Mr. Gustav and Mrs. Ariane are also in on it, so go talk to them. Okay, that's how I work today, I guess. Everyone will pay you for it as usual. Freya's made some flower crowns, too. Come play with us, Elise. Alright, for goodness sake. Hooray, hooray. Isn't that great, Atfel? Shut up, Jacob. I must say, it's good seeing them in good cheer after all that nonsense. What? Okay, acquire the good company, it says. So I guess meet Rosemarine at the festival. That's the only other option. That is how I get the good company. You might be right, Linda. There you are, Elise. How good it is to see you. Even you've let go of those notions by now, I'd wager. What notions, Mrs. Brunhild? Why, of leaving Keiferberg, lass. I'd say Elise may be a different case, Brunhild. That's for certain. You'd be right, I suppose. See? Oh, but isn't it so wonderful here, Elise? Look around. What's there not to love? I suppose. Don't pester the lass, Brunhild. Truly, Elise is old enough to decide where she wants to live. Oh, it's your loss. That's all I have to say. Folks talk wonders about Keiferberg back in Primeldorf, but this isn't quite what I had in mind. I can't bring myself to feel sorry for him, can I? Isn't a relief to see all this cheer in Keiferberg, Elise? Doesn't quite look the same, does it? You said it. Now, you're here because of those tickets, aren't you? The children gave me a few, yes. Always busy with their silly ideas, those three. Well, are you trading one in, Elise? Maybe later, because I don't know if it passes time. I'm still figuring out what to do with this. Alright, there's no harm. I'm only playing along because Apfel's looking so cheery anyhow. He's looking a great deal better, that's true. We must thank St. Walpurga for that, Elise. Ah, truly. Oh, so we're wearing the flower crown, I didn't notice. Yes. Like, the jobs aren't listed, so maybe they don't pass time. I'll go save before I do it, just in case, but... Rather endearing town, isn't it? Oh, how I wish I could move here. She's had too much to drink, I wager. You ought to give it an honest try, Bernhard. Why don't you ask Elise, then? Haven't you two had a little too much? Never mind that, Elise. This is about Eugene. What about Mr. Eugene? Why, he's leaving, that dastard. I think you've had enough. So have you, old geezer. You too. We can't let Eugene leave Keiferberg, and that's fine. I'm not certain anyone could convince him to stay, Mr. Heinrich. That's what I keep telling him, lass. Eugene's too old, too good to leave us behind. I'm going to go and have a word with him. If you're going, I'm going too. I see. You're the one that wanted to move here. I'll talk to you too. Enjoying the festival, my dear. Of course, Mrs. Lisbeth. I hope you are too. Oh, Elise. More importantly, the laddies told me you'd be here. To trade in their silly tickets. They know how to reel us in, don't they? I'd say they're doing a good job keeping everyone's spirits up. We can't afford to fall behind, can we? On second thought, I'll be back. They said Mrs. Ariane and Mr. Gustav are also in on it. Ah, so you'd like to have a word with them first. That's all right, Elise. Take your time, my dear. Thank you, Mrs. Lisbeth. Okay, let me just do a quick cursory glance around. You're hanging out there. We can also talk to them, and I guess hang out with them, but... Rosenmarine's the one I gotta go with, right? Okay, let me go save, and then I'll come right back and see if I can do this, or if it's going to ruin everything. I'm confused what's happening. Somebody's gonna have to pick up all these colored things after all this is all over. Change your mind. I suppose we'll try it out. Be a waste not to use these after all. Atta girl. Those boys will be happy that you're playing along, at least. Now I must face the chickens. I don't know how this works. We'll see if it passes time to do this. Move into pick A.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think I did pretty well when I just, like, ignored the bottom entirely. So I might do that. This is less to pay attention to so I don't go crazy. Almost flawless except the ending.
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm just too worried to go for it. Okay, what did we get? Oh no, the music implies not good. Only a B. That would be a pass. And if I say no... Did time pass? Well, we'll find out after this part. Oh, these will come in handy. Somehow I'm being put to work, despite it being the festival. Here you go, Elise, a little reward for you. Ah, thank you, Mrs. Ariana. Why don't you spoil yourself a little? I heard old Gretel's bringing in more of her pastries later today. Of course, Mrs. Ariana. Now, is time going to pass? Nothing seemed to happen. That means I can play all the mini-games and get all the monies. And then I guess I'll go to the store to see if there's pastries. Maybe the inn has some good stuff too. A chance to look about town. Rate it in, Mrs. Lisbon. The laddies would be happy if I did it with you. Oh, Elise, don't push yourself, you hear? What apples do these folks need, anyhow? Okay, this time... Instead of dodging the needles and stuff. Dodged, I guess, poisoned apples. Still know why they're up there, or why there's an anvil. Okay, that has happier music. Rank A. You win. My, Elise, the children will be impressed. I'm not doing this to impress anyone, Mrs. Lisbon. They respect you quite a bit. You know that, don't you? Since when? Here you go, my dear. You did well. Thank you, Mrs. Lisbon. Gruen has always looked up to you, Elise. And Appel's been talking about you ever since Wednesday, too. I see. Make sure you play along with them, you hear? They'll be happy. Okay, let's continue looking at everyone in the festival. This old man. Keiferberg's lost much of its charm, lass. To think I used to come here to trade back in the day. I suppose all we have to trade these days is some weevil-riddled grain. There she is. There you are, I suppose. Get some cheer in you, Elise. Truly, it is the day of the festival. Certainly, Mrs. Elma. Why, that was embarrassing, truth be told. What was? All that ruckus about the witch and whatnot, Elise. Keiferberg didn't need all that conflict, that's for certain. Folks were on edge for too long, I'd say. What are we doing talking about this nonsense over yet again? Surely we ought to be making merry. If you'll excuse me. All's well that ends well, wouldn't you say? We must thank St. Walpurga. For goodness sake. No two ways about it, we ought to do it. Do what, Mr. Ludwig? Look at all these folks, lass. Old lads prattling on about restoring Keiferberg's old homes, Elise. Who are you calling old, Finn? He's had enough, you see. I certainly can see that, yes. Keiferberg still got it, folks, that's what. Even if we do restore and rebuild all those abandoned homes, Ludwig, it's best you don't try him, Finn. I heard that, you two. Seems young folks have better towns to settle in now, Mr. Ludwig. Primmeldorf, is it? Oh, there he goes again. Okay, let's do the kiss the rat, I guess. There you are, Elise. I was getting tired of waiting. You want to play kiss the rat, you say? Not me, I hate that game. Stop being such a killjoy, Appel. We'll give you some tiffle if you win, Elise. Play with us, play with us. Fine. I'll play with you, but you'd best give me what you promised. That's if you win, Elise. The stinky rat. It begins.
3, 2, 1, go!
Has it ever changed from not being yellow? Now it did.
Three, two, one, go!
Ow. 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 Ah. Ow. I completely collapsed at the end. Hopefully still a bee. Oh my goodness. Do not try again. I let them win because they're children, that's all. You passed. There you have it, Elise. It was a tie. Here's your tiffle, Elise. I'm done with this silly game of yours. Oh, please, one more, Elise. Let it go, Groon. You're the only one who likes this game. You're the only one who doesn't like it, Appel. I'm done here. I don't have all day. Okay, continue to talk to people then. I'm here for the food. A long-lost relative of Mubby's, I wager. Wilma can look after herself, I'd say. Don't you think that's rather harsh, Wilma? What is, Mrs. Marlene? Do you need anything, old jokin'? My, don't tell me you're still going on about the witch. Oh, not this nonsense again. We'd best pray St. Walpurga's blessing will last, folks. We may be enjoying a blessed day today, but a blessed day we nearly ruined because of your foolishness, old jokin'. It's over. Everyone seems to have moved on from last week anyhow. Truly, it was about time we let that nonsense go. You folks truly don't know. Anyhow, as I was saying, Wilma can go back to Primmeldorf all she wants. Still, you'll be left all alone again, Wilma. I see. Okay, you have another job. Sneaking around town even on a day like this, Miffy. Elise. Thank goodness you're here. Let me guess. Mrs. Gretel's bringing in more pastries today, you see. But Auntie only gave me a few tiffle, and I still... I'm not lending you a single coin, Molly. But Elise... My auntie's so stingy, and I haven't had... not one. I'm not budging even if you cry, Mandy. Get over it. Oh, to heck with you. Go ask Granny Gretel, why don't you? Tell her I sent you. At least, Granny Gretel wouldn't say no to you anyhow. Ah, but maybe I should have asked her first, you're right. Why, you... Ah, look at you, Elise. What about me, Mrs. McTild? That flower crown rather suits you, my dear. Old Hall would be rather proud of you, Elise. Oh, Granny Gretel. Truly, she'd be jumping for joy, I'd say. Growing up to be such a lovely lass, Elise. It's been about 10 years now, hasn't it? I suppose, yes. How I miss that old lass's cheer. Do you remember, McTild, when we were about Lisa's age? She'd make us those dandelion flower crowns on the day of the festival. Why, of course, braid her hair and pinch our cheeks, too. Pinch your cheeks, Mrs. McTill? Rosy cheeks are a lass's best asset, Elise. It truly is, as she used to say, isn't it, Gretel? No two ways about it, McTill. I see. My, Keiferberg is just as I remember it. A little less crowded, but just as charming. This is what nostalgia does to old folks, I suppose. Oh, lass. What's wrong, Mrs. O'Dealy? It's all these strangers around today. I don't do well with all this commotion. Last week's nonsense has truly left a scar, huh? Don't say such things, lass. All right, Mrs. O'Dealy. That said, I suppose it's a good thing to see Keiferberg this cheery once more. Yeah, I can go down there. I wouldn't want to leave before talking to her, at least. As in Rosenmarine? Okay, before Rosenmarine, you have one more task. Add a girl, Elise. I haven't said anything, Mr. Gustav. A toast to you, lass, to all of Keiferberg. You've had too much ale, Mr. Gustav. You're here for the tickets, I'd wager. Can't say no to those laddies, can you? Ought to make the most of them while they're little, Elise. That said, I'm ready for your tickets. Here you go. I'll be back then. Give it all you've got, Elise. It's the wood chopping, yes. The non-spooky version. So far, so good.
3, 2, 1, go!
No, it's all collapsing at the end. Is it still A, though? A. You win. Atta girl, Elise. We could use an extra pair of hands out in the logging camp. I don't think I'm very... Here you go, my dear. Are you sure you don't want some ale, Elise? I'm sure, Mr. Gustav. Why don't you go look for Freya? She's been talking about you all day. I'll be on my way then, Mr. Gustav, so that I can avoid her and go hang out with Rosenmarine instead. Run past. Okay. Let me in the inn. I want to check if there's anything cool for sale. Get so lonely. Yeah, that's cool. What do you got to buy? Anything cool? Roast turkeys, hearty soups. See, bandages, heal 1. Ointments, heal 2. Spice horses. I could just buy bread here. Same price as other place. I think I'll hold on to my money. I want all the pretzels in the world. If assuming I can go back to that store. Let's check if I can go to that store. And then we'll come back for Rosemary. We can dance around the maypole. I cannot. Everyone's already at the festival I reach. Okay, I'll buy pretzels later, hoping I can. Alternatively, I just buy a bunch of hearty soups. Because those give good stuff too. I think I'll be able to buy again later. Let's just go to Rosemary. I thought you'd be enjoying the festival, Rosemary. Oh, but I am, Elise. Folks have been giving me all sorts of foods to try, and I danced with Grun, too.
For goodness sake.
Not a care in the world, huh? Keiferberg's looking so colorful and lively, like a completely different town.
Now that you mention
I suppose you're right. Is everything alright, Elise? Huh? You're thinking about tonight, aren't you?
You know,
Rosemary, I've been meaning to ask you something. This fate you speak of, am I powerless to change it? Not at all, huh? Fate is meant to guide one's path in life, Elise. You may forge your own or allow fate to do it for you, but you're the one responsible for your own choices. Rosemary, it's still rather foggy for you, isn't it? The whole concept of fate, I mean. Somewhat, yes. Fate makes you aware of all your possibilities, is all. Had you not put on those shoes, for example. If it's up to me, then, won't you come with me, Rosemary? Go where, Elise? Oh, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Rosemary!
What's so funny, Rosemary? I was thinking fate always finds a way, is all.
For goodness sake!
For goodness. It's best we go, then? You lead the way. It apparently uses 2 breads, so we're gonna do this all day. Unless you'd like to stay here for a little while longer. We can always come back, Elise. I got Walpurgis Night. Attend the Walpurgis Night. Ah, look, Elise. Rosemary. You climbed up on the roof. The sunset's so beautiful from here, isn't it?
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake, Rosemary, that's dangerous. Come, Elise, I'll lend you a hand. We're at the edge of a cliff, though. You are truly. Isn't this the most lovely view, Elise? The village of Keiferberg? I used to dream of this moment every night. To think I truly made it here in time for the full moon.
Now that you mention
This is where you first told me about it, too. About fate, I mean.
but
You didn't quite believe me then, did you?
you know,
Yet you were right, Rosemary, about everything. I see it now. How it all brought us together.
Elise.
Oh, Elise. I was a little too eager last week, wasn't I? That's putting it lightly, Rosemary. I was so excited to have finally found you. Everything has always pointed me towards you. My dreams, the stars, every little thing, as long as I can remember. When I first saw you that night, it was a tremendous realization.
I see.
A realization, you say. Not only that it hadn't all been a mere dream, but also of my fate, of my purpose, of my very self as part of this world. It was my faith in you that brought me here, I'm certain. You are truly... Oh, I know it all sounds rather silly to you, Elise. It is silly, but... I've heard it all before, Rosemary. But, perhaps...
You know,
It makes sense to me, Rosemary. I didn't want to admit it is all. What?
now that you
Being with you
mention
every day makes me happy, Rosemary. All you said about fate, about purpose. Your presence, also. It all resonates with me so deeply, I don't quite know what to do with myself at times. Elise.
Rosemary.
You said yesterday, Rosemary, that I should chase what matters most.
Of course.
Yes, of course. And before, too, you said that me being your soulmate doesn't mean I'm yours.
Oh,
It doesn't, no.
you know,
This wish is no longer mine alone, Rosemary. I want you to be part of it now, too.
Elise.
Elise. This full moon you speak of, this new beginning. It's a fresh start for both of us, Rosemary, together.
I'm sorry,
Elise, What? Does that mean you... Well, I never had the stars tell me anything or dreams about you, but... Your name, your voice, it all just...
I love you, Elise.
Oh, she said it. I love you, Elise.
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Oh, Elise.
So you do know my name, Elise. Of course I do. Rosemarine's just easier to say.
It's fate, Elise.
Fate always finds its way, doesn't it?
I see.
You are truly... Come, Rosemarine, it's time we move along. Are you sure, Elise? About what?
Oh,
Changing your wish for my sake?
now that you mention
Nothing's
it,
changed, Rosemarine. My wish remains the same. I'm just choosing to share it with you, that's all.
Elise.
Elise. Come now, it's time to leave. The good company. Token of love. Sweet. Rosemarine, everlasting love. Max out one relationship. Okay. Item get acquired one token of love. And now it's dusk. Still not spooky time though. I can maybe run to town and grab some snacks. This is it. There's no going back. I've got everything. It's only a matter of...
Are you alright, Elise?
Is everything alright, Elise? Ah, yes. I need a moment. I should make certain I have everything in my basket. It's best I hurry and get everything ready. Party time. Okay, explore the woods and find him. Before that, I'm going to go buy lots of pretzels. Like a metric ton of them. And then... I'll probably stop for a day, and then... Or stop this episode anyway. And then I'll put them in the basket next time. Also, party talk first. Say, Elise. Can we keep Flock? Huh? We don't know what's going to happen tonight, but... I can't bear the thought of parting with him, Elise. Why are you so attached to that goat, anyhow? Oh, because he accompanied me here. He's just as attached to me, Elise. He's a proper pet. A proper pet, you say? He's always slept with me, and he gives me kisses every day. You let that goat lick you? Oh, and he tried to eat my hat once, too. How is that a good thing, Rosemary? Why, having a pet is a wonderful thing, Elise. Fine, I suppose we can keep him. Oh, he'll be so happy to hear. He's a goat, Rosemary. You've never had pets, have you, Elise? Granny Hall was allergic. Oh, I knew it. It really shows up with the way the town is full of cats and dogs. Oh my goodness. For goodness sake. Say, Elise, what is it, Rosemary? Your lips are so soft. I was wondering if... Huh? What? Are you alright, Elise? You're doing this on purpose, you little... Oh, I was wondering, that's all. not another word until we get there, Rosemary. There's no need to get so flustered, Elise. I'm not flustered, you. All I did was... I'm well aware of what you did. You can't keep avoiding it, Elise. I thought we... Why, yes, I can. It was just, I can and I will. I'll kiss you again if you keep... Rosemary! Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. I ought to focus on finding him. If he truly does grant my wish, then I can give Rosemary a better life, too. I don't know if that's how it works. Oh no, I can't. Best not waste any more time. I guess I'm not spending all that money I made. All because I wanted pretzels instead of the stuff at the end. Okay, let me... I guess I'll save this one here so I can go back and... If things get real dire, I can go back to the other save and buy lots of pretzels, or just lots of hearty soups or whatever. But anyway, everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.